somehow somebody unearthed a videotape of an audition that I gave when I was probably maybe 12 or 13, I would say. And it was an audition. It was a cattle call audition in Pittsburgh for the Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh.
And it was the version of the Mickey Mouse Club that was eventually done by like the likes of Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears and Ryan Gosling, and that was like what they were casting at that time. And so they were going through all the cities in the country to find these kids, you know. And I remember it was early in my time as a performer, and I went to this hotel in Pittsburgh, and there were hundreds of kids probably. I mean, it was like pre-American Idol, American Idol kind of vibes, you know, for young kids. And I went into this audition and I sang 42nd Street. That was what I sang from the musical, the eponymous musical. And I somebody found a video of this. And I don't even remember who, and I don't even remember if I still have it. But at one point I had it and I watched it, and it was just so incredible to see myself in this moment. And it engendered in me such a deep compassion for this little kid that I've been so relentlessly unforgiving to and hard on for so many years. And I saw him in all of his vulnerability and all of his potential. And the guy who was running the audition I had this, when I was a kid, I had like a full-on bowl haircut, like a full-on, like, I don't know what my mother was saying. Like, I don't know what anyone was thinking. I think I actually have a picture of it. I should show you this picture if I can. I think I have it saved to my favorites. This was me as a performer, if I can find it. This was me like so the first way that I performed when I was a kid was in this group called the Civic Light Opera Mini Stars. And it was a children's performing group. And we used to travel around Pennsylvania in the tri-state area doing like musical medleys. And we used to wear these basically like nylon parachute pants and like really tight white t-shirts with multicolored sleeves. Like one sleeve would be purple and one sleeve would be pink. And then you'd be wearing these like electric blue nylon parachute pants and jazz shoes and suspenders.
Oh my goodness.
And then we would go around and like dance these medleys and so I can't find the picture. Anyway, but I have this picture of me that was a magnet cutout of me in my costume and my suspenders, and my mom had it on a refrigerator and I have it somewhere. But anyway, but I have this crazy bowl haircut, like really bad, not great. It was not good though. Some would say I was doing early research to play Spot, but I really went through the world with this haircut, and it was bad, guys. I can't really overstate how bad it was.
It's funny too, though, because you've always had such good hair in my memory. Like you always have phenomenal hair, and it's never on your forehead. And never.
Well, sometimes. I brought this back. Actually, it's so funny.
Really,
the fringe bang, like the blunt fringe, is a look that has really been with me for a lot of my young and adult life, and also really relates to this moment of like when it really became pronounced, because the guy that was running this audition, the casting director, you know, he was like, hi, like, tell me, you know, who are you, whatever. And it was like, I'm Zach, you know, and my voice hadn't changed yet. I had braces. I mean, it was just an awkward time. And this guy was so mean to me, actually. And he made fun of my hair. And
on tape.
Watching, he made some comment about, I can't remember what it was. He made some comment that was like, looking at it as an adult, my reaction was, you motherfucker.
Wow.
Are you fucking kidding me that you're in this position to you know, encourage children to find some spirit of liberation within themselves, and you're starting off the experience by demeaning them? It was really horrifying. And to watch the way that I reacted to it was so insightful, because I heard it, I felt it, and then I immediately moved past it and like flicked, you know, like went like this, compartmentalized it, and then came back with a response that was both heartbreakingly self-effacing and self-deprecating, but also unknowingly savvy and incredibly resilient. And so I can't say that it's like a real like, oh yeah, I like got caught doing something, or like I've tried to, make out with somebody. Like this is a more kind of esoteric, awkward moment from my tweens, but it was a profound one. And it's one that it was it was one that I really learned a lot from, and I think really grew from in a capacity for self-love.
No, it's really beautifully told. Yeah. I can really feel that moment. Also knowing what it's like to audition at that age, because I was doing the same. And I mean, it's just, oof.
Also somehow even more impactful because probably, I mean, I don't know what your family was like filming you, if you have a lot of home videos. No. I don't have any home videos. And so even those like little glimpses that you do get become so much more meaningful. Otherwise you only exist in your own memory and in the memories of the people around you.
Totally. So. And you can't have perspective on it because your perspective is your own subjective experience of it. So that third party access to yourself as a child is a really interesting and valuable tool if you're looking to understand your own relationship with yourself at that time.
There's one other classic question we ask, which is about crushes and first, those first glimmerings of the feelings of love and like.
And heartbreak.
Yes. My first crush was Heather Mazer. She's still a dear friend, and we've actually worked together recently. She played my wife in a movie that I produced.
Oh wow!
And had a role in, not starred in, but had a supporting role in. And we're still very dear friends to this day. She's my oldest friend. I've known her since I was 11, so I've known her for 36 years. And I was in love with her, hopelessly in love with her at 11. What I now have come to realize is that I just wanted to be her, but I misappropriated that sensibility for love, and I was infatuated with her. She was in the mini stars with me. She was another mini star. She was very talented. She is very talented, and she was very charismatic, and she played Annie in the main stage production of Annie at the Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera, and that was just like, oh my God, like she's the lead of Annie, like I just love her so much. I love her, I just love her,
Yeah.
But she wanted nothing to do with me at the time. She really dismissed me summarily. And then we became very good friends. She actually also went to Carnegie Mellon, where I went to college, and she was a year ahead of me, and we became very good friends toward the end of high school and to this day. So she was my first crush. My first celebrity crush was Julia Roberts.
It's a great one.
Until I saw Thelma and Louise. Until I saw Thelma and Louise and understood who Brad Pitt was. But yeah,
you and the rest of the world.
Early crushes.